Few projects in football history carry stakes this high. After FC Barcelona's thrilling 4-3 victory over Real Madrid in one of the most electrifying El Clásico showdowns in recent memory, a match that further cemented their lead atop La Liga, attention turns to a bigger story off the pitch. The club's iconic home, now known as Spotify Camp Nou, is undergoing a jaw-dropping €1.5 billion makeover. But here's the question on everyone's mind: will it be worth it? In this video, we dive deep into the promise, pressure, and potential of this massive rebuild. From delayed homecomings to billion-euro bets, you'll find out what's really at stake in the transformation of Europe's largest stadium. The €1.5 billion rebuild isn't just about bricks and steel. It's a high-stakes strategy to revive Barcelona's financial future. The club is banking on a major boost in matchday revenue, driven largely by a significant expansion in VIP seating. Executives believe this transformation will be the key to easing the massive financial pressure that has been weighing on the club in recent years. However, the vast infrastructure project has been beset by delays, forcing the heavily indebted Catalan club to host the match 6 kilometres down the road at the city's Olympic Stadium, its temporary home. Playing at the Olympic Stadium, which has about 40,000 fewer seats than the Camp Nou, is costing Barcelona about €100 million a year in lost revenue, compounding its long-running financial troubles. With music acts already booked to play the Olympic Stadium later in the year, and interest payments related to the Camp Nou construction work due to begin next summer, the builders are in a race against time to finish the job. Despite being one of the biggest clubs in world football, Barcelona's finances have been severely strained since the club used the proceeds from the record-breaking €222 million sale of Brazilian star Neymar in 2017 to embark on an ill-judged player-buying spree. In the years since, the club has been punished for repeatedly breaching Spanish football's spending limit, which gives each team a budget linked to its revenue. Barcelona has been forced to offload star players, including Lionel Messi, and unless the club can generate fresh funds in the coming months, it will be unable to sign new players this summer. Barcelona's executives hope the addition of thousands of VIP seats at the Camp Nou will help them increase the club's annual revenue by a third to €1.2 billion within 5 years. Manel Del Rio, Barcelona's corporate director, oversees the club's financial and commercial operations. He said upgrading the Camp Nou, now known as Spotify Camp Nou, owing to a sponsorship deal with the music streaming company, was essential to keep up with European rivals. The whole experience of coming to see a match at the Spotify Camp Nou is going to be day and night compared with what we had before, he said. The stadium is a huge part of our DNA. It's hard to evaluate how much it is going to add to the brand, but I think it has to be a huge percentage. Despite cutting its player wage bill by 25% last season, Barcelona still reported an annual net loss of €91 million. The club slipped from 4th to 6th in Deloitte's latest ranking of football clubs by revenue. Financial debt, including stadium-related borrowing, stood at just under €1.3 billion as of June 2024, according to figures from Football Benchmark. With €583 million of its stadium borrowings falling due in 2028, Barcelona has asked its advisors at Goldman Sachs to explore ways of lowering the interest costs on the debt. To ease the near-term financial pressure, Barcelona has struck deals that swap long-term income for upfront cash. In 2022, it sold a quarter of its TV income over the next 25 years to US investment group 6th Street, raising more than €500 million. Meanwhile, controversy has erupted over Barcelona's initial efforts to monetize its revamped stadium. In January, the club said it had sold 30-year rights to unfinished VIP boxes at Camp Nou for €100 million. Yet the Spanish League said last month that the transaction had failed to appear in Barcelona's accounts and cut the team's budget with immediate effect, reigniting a legal battle over whether the club had enough headroom in the budget to register all of its players. Barcelona wrote to La Liga to express its surprise and indignation at its decision to air the dispute publicly. However, this would not be the first time a putative asset sale has caused problems. Last year, Barcelona booked a €141 million write-down after it did not receive payments due from the sale of a stake in its digital engagement platform. Victor Font, a local technology entrepreneur who ran against current club president Joan Laporta in 2021 and plans to do so again, said executives have been rushing to raise funds with little concern for the long-term implications. Instead of covering these financial holes with strategic partners that could generate win-win situations, they have been covered by unknown investors that cannot even fulfill their commitments. That has generated all this mess that the club is in right now. Despite the turmoil off the pitch, Barcelona has been enjoying a good season on it. The team sits top of La Liga, has already won the Copa del Rey, and was this week just seconds away from its first Champions League final since 2015, until a late equaliser ultimately led to the team's defeat by Inter Milan. Del Rio said Barcelona's strong performances this season, built on young local talents such as 17-year-old Lamine Yamal and Gavi, had boosted ticket sales and partly offset the shortfall from a temporary move to the Olympic Stadium. The renovation will take capacity inside Camp Nou to about 105,000, making it the biggest football venue in Europe, and increase the number of VIP seats almost fivefold to 9,600. Barcelona says roughly 60% of the VIP seats, which will cost up to €81,000 a season, up from about €12,000 previously, have already been sold. The club expects match-day revenues to rise by around 60% to at least €350 million per year. The market has told us there is demand, said Del Rio. As long as we get back here and have full availability of every asset, I think the club is going to do just fine. However, construction delays mean Barcelona will not be back home until late summer at the earliest. Even that target would mean playing football at a building site. The stadium's new third tier, which will sit on top of 2 rings of VIP seats, is not due to be finished until early next year. Font warns that the cost of servicing construction-related debt risks swallowing up most of the increased revenue, at least in the short term. Sometimes the club will tell you that the new stadium will be the holy grail in order for us to recover financially, he said. That's a half-truth. So now we ask you, is the €1.5 billion Spotify Camp Nou makeover a bold step toward Barcelona's revival, or a financial time bomb waiting to explode? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for more stories that go beyond the game.